today on Mumbles, we're doing a product review. We're not just reviewing any product, we're reviewing this bad boy. The Nintendo Switch. That's right, Mumbles got his hands on a Switch. And he loves it so far. But what's going to get on the Mumbles review? We'll find out. So let's get into this console. Game console. Nintendo. It's me, a Nintendo. Gonna save the world. I'm sorry. Okay, I get excited. First thing we're going to talk about is how this console actually works. Okay, so now as you can see, first off I want to say I have a screen protector on it. Got a little messed up, so bear with me if it's got some spots. Just a screen protector, got some dust in it, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so this Nintendo Switch can work a couple different ways, okay? First off, you have handheld mode, okay? Handheld mode, where you have both controllers docked to the sides. I know you guys can see this. I hope you guys can see this. Then, you can put it in tabletop mode if you want. So let's say you take it over to a friend's house, and you know, you don't want to hold the thing because they want to play the game too. You can flip out this little stand here, sit her down, pull it out. You're good to go. You can start playing. And it looks great, by the way, guys. This is a nice little screen that it's got on here. Now, let's say you get home after a long day of playing, and you decide, hey, I feel like playing some Zelda on my TV. What you can do is slide these bad boys into this little controller here. Slide these bad boys into this little controller here. Now you have a game control. And guess what? This thing can dock. It comes with a docking accessory. You just slide her in here, connect it to your TV, and guess what, guys? It plays on your TV. So that's what the Nintendo Switch is. That's how it works. Now, to give you guys some more features on it, there is the game cards. The game cards go in here, in this little slot right here. And I know you guys are probably going to have problems seeing some of this, but I apologize in advance. The game cards themselves look like this. Almost like a little micro SD card. Well, not micro, but little SD card. Very cool. You just slide them in, push down, push down, push down, and you're good to go. Power button is up here. You have sound for, you know, if you want to hear sound on your Switch when it's in handheld mode or whatever. You do have a headphone jack, so if you're, have it in handheld mode, you don't have to disturb others. Now the dock is at the bottom so that you can plug it into the dock or plug it into the wall or whatever you need to do. And as I said, the Joy-Cons slide into each side so you can go into handheld mode or so you can charge them. And it just sits nicely in this little dock like this. Okay, now the power supply is this big, so just so you know. And the actual console itself, the little dock, does come out and it has room for an AC adapter, a USB, and an HDMI out, which is to go to your TV. Now, I do want to touch on one thing real quick before we move on to the specs, okay? If you have an Elgato HD60, I can confirm it does work, you YouTubers, so don't worry about that, okay? Moving on to the specs, okay? This thing does run in 1080 HP, and it's got all kinds of specs, but none of them have been confirmed by Nintendo. All the specs that I give you now are coming from secondhand sources, and I will post a link in the description to those sources so you can see them for yourself, okay? So, and I'm going to read some of these guys. So, now when it's in handheld mode, this console will give you 2 to 6 hours of gameplay, okay? 2 to 6 hours, and you know, maybe your Game Boy Advance could give you more, whatever, I don't know, but you had all kinds of batteries. But anyway, the point here is that it gives you 2 to 6 hours of gameplay with the battery, okay? And that's in handheld mode. The Joy-Con can be used separately for 2-player games. So, for example, if you have, let's say you go over to your friends, you're playing a game, you're like, my friend's like, I want to play, and you're like, okay, come on. You hand him part of your control, and Joy-Con, and he's like, but that's only one control. That's all you need, because you can hold this bad boy like this, or however the game specifies, and you can actually use it as part of a controller so that 2 players can play. So you kind of get 2 for the price of 1, which I love, by the way. Now that we've talked about that, there is a Pro controller, but it is sold separately if you like a more traditional control, because this is the actual control when it's hooked up like it's supposed to be a control. So there's that. Now actually getting into the actual specs of this console, and there's all kinds of specs. I'm not very good at explaining them, but I'll do my best. So the CPU is a 4 times Cortex A57. I don't know if that's good, I don't know if it's bad, I don't know. Just giving you guys the specs. CPU speed, 1000 megahertz, Cores, 256 NVIDIA CDU. Again, CDUA. Again, none of this is confirmed. HDR, it doesn't have one, and it has 4 gigs of memory when it comes. Oh, that's one thing I do want to talk to you guys about that I forgot to mention. You can put micro SD cards in this little slot here. Micro SD cards do work. I put 120 gigs in mine, and it works fantastic, and it should have you good to go for a long time. As far as battery life goes, you have 20 hours of battery life playtime in these controllers when they're not docked. So when they're docked, it's running off the juice of the, the wireless or the handheld thing. When they're not, they are running on battery power, which is charged by the thing. So you can buy a separate charger, but 20 hours of gameplay, you really shouldn't be necessary. So now that we've talked a little bit about the specs, what is the most important thing about any game system? Games, Mumbles, games, ooh, hello. So games, guys. Now, this is the one area that I'm gonna have to slap Nintendo a little bit about, okay? I gotta slap Nintendo a little bit about the game selection at launch, okay? This Zelda is fantastic. I love it, love it, I 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 love it, okay? But other than Bomberman and a couple other games, there's really not that much to choose from as a Switch owner right now, okay? Now this is at launch, I want to caution that, so if you're watching this later, a couple months from now, maybe things have changed, okay? But at launch right now, it's kind of a little bit of a game crunch, okay? Now we do have Mario Odyssey coming later in the year in fall, whenever that comes. We do have Mario Kart coming in April, which, Nintendo, that should have been a launch title. But I won't get into that. So you have those 2 games coming, okay? But to start with the console, they did hit a home run with Zelda. Zelda is a 10 out of 10 game, and I don't say that very often. Be sure to check out my review of that. I'll put the link in the description. So that they hit a home run there. So moving forward, the big thing for Nintendo Switch is going to be what kind of games are we going to expect, okay? I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all, and this is why I bought my Switch early, okay? Yes, as if it was a primary console right now, if it was the only console I had, I'd be like, damn it, I have no games to play except for Zelda. Okay, that's a problem. But if it's a secondary console, you're fine. Trust me, you're gonna be fine. You got Mario. These are some of the characters that Nintendo could draw from. Mario, Samus. They have good relationship with Sega, so Sonic games, if you like Sonic games. Star Fox. You got Star Fox. You got all that kind of stuff. You got all these different characters that Nintendo have. Pikmin, things like that. They got, of course, all the Mario characters, which you know how many games they can make from Mario. They got, all different kinds of franchises out there that they can first-party game this thing up. Now, of course, obviously that takes time, but they will be coming, so don't panic about the games too much, okay? Mario Odyssey, like I said, they hit a home run to start with. Mario Odyssey is their next chance to hit another home run and to sell a bunch of Switch units. So when Mario Odyssey comes out, expect for, to be probably a little bit of a rush on Switches because, that's just how it's going to be. So, we've talked about the game, we've talked about a little bit about the specs, and we've talked about the system overall and how it works. What are my opinions on the system? I love the control. I love that you can take it handheld. That is a big deal. It is better than any handheld console out there. As a home console, it works great too, and I love it. I like the control. I haven't tried the Pro Control. I'm just giving you guys what came with it. That's all I'm talking about today, other than I touched a little bit on Zelda. But I love that you can take these out, slide these out, and use them. I love that it has motion. I love everything about this console. I really do like this console. The only thing that concerns me is the games. And that's the big thing, game selection right now with the Switch. But beyond that, this is a solid console that I definitely recommend. Now, normally on Mumbles product reviews, I review things out of 5 stars. But this one is a game system. So we're going to review this out of 10 stars, guys. So what does the Nintendo Switch... Well, listen, wait. What does the Nintendo Switch get? At launch, this is at launch, the Nintendo Switch gets a 7 out of 10, which is, the reason I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 is the game selection, okay? Game selection is a huge part of any console. At launch, it gets a 7 out of 10. However, once the Switch gets more games on it, things like Mario, maybe a Smash Brothers, maybe, Pikmin, something like that. Once it gets a couple more games on it, I'm upgrading this to a 9 out of 10. This is a great console. Definitely recommend it. In order for it to get a 10 out of 10, it would have to have more graphics, more other things, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's all about the games. And currently, I just think that this is a fantastic console, but it needs more games. And that's the biggest criticism of this console. But with that being said, in a couple months that will be remedied. So this has been my review of the Nintendo Switch. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Make sure to find a Switch if you want one. They're hard to find. I had to, you know, punch a couple people out for this. I'm kidding. But it was hard to find. So good luck in getting your Switch if you want one. If you got one, high five or fist bump or whatever. And yeah, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Please smack the subscribe button, smack the like button, smack all the buttons. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.